Good afternoon. This is Super Mush Mouse. Today is Monday, March the 19th. It's 1:31 p.m. I am showing you the TV screen so that you can verify that today is the date and the day I'm talking about and the time. I'm making this video today because there seems to be doubt as whether or not I was the one posting the last video of July the 15th, 9:45 p.m. 2011. Yes, that was my video. I posted it, and it was a video I had left over since last year. I had not made any other videos since due to personal reasons, and I am taking a break from YouTube for a while. I hope my channel stays open, and I hope that no one does hack into it and try and put stuff on, because I reserve that right for myself. I'm grateful to all the people that watch my channel. Everything on my channel is true. I have never made any of the information or anything up that I've posted. I've tried to describe everything I saw to the best of my ability, and I never lied about anything. Everything you see on my channel is true, and if I have not understood things that I've seen, that would be my mistake, but I tried to describe what I saw at the time as best as I could and with the knowledge I had. Please keep watching my channel. I hope to be back, and like I said, at the moment I have personal reasons for taking a break. I hope YouTube does not close out my channel, and I hope that it keeps my channel open for a long time to come, since in the future I hope to put on some more videos. I do have something I want to talk about today, and I'm going to get off this TV screen now that you know the date and time and the day that I'm making the video, because I need to go to the table. I want to show you a quick sketch I made of that large wasp that attacked me last year, and I have a few things that I need to say about it, and I drew a quick diagram of it, and I want to explain the diagram, so I need to go to the table. So I'm going to turn off the camera and move over there so that I can go on and make the rest of this video now that I'm making one anyways. I want to say hi to Danny and Louis, Oliveira, a few other people, all the other people that I've ever been in contact with. I miss you all. You know, keep up the good work, and thanks for watching my channel. I appreciate it from the heart. So I'm gonna turn off the camera and go to the table. Alright, so here I am with my sketch at the table. This is the wasp. The wasp was pitch black, except for the few things that I've colored. And one of the things that I've colored are these fork-like things, like wishbone things over here, that were holding the wings, and they looked like they were made with a press. The whole thing looked like it was made in a factory on some assembly line, but yet I know that this thing was real, because I saw it have a nest that I destroyed. I destroyed two of its nests, and I destroyed the young that it had. So I know it was a real insect, but it looked like it was made by someone. So I'll start with the head. The head had large mandibles in the front, large eyes, and large antennae that bent backwards. I'll try and close in on that. So that's what the head basically looked like, and the antenna bent backwards that way. Okay, its legs had claws. They had claws, and they also had little needles or spikes in them to hold on to prey, or hold on to whatever it was landing on. Then the most interesting part, besides the wishbone wing structure that held up the wings, is that it had a tandem set of wings, one very close to the head, one right at the back of the torso. They were spread apart like that, and then this was the interesting part in the middle. It had a long brown tube, about maybe, I'd say, an inch and an inch on this side, and in the middle there was this black marble-like bead. And this is the actual size of the insect. This is a 8 by 11 piece of paper. So this tube led into the bead, and then there was another part of the tube, and that led into the abdomen. And the abdomen was very large, and I knew it was poisonous just by looking at it. And it had this huge stinger down here sticking out, and it could stick out even farther. It could come out fairly long distance. So the whole thing looked ominous and dangerous. The thing here with this middle part and the hose-like structure, which looked like brown plastic, and this here was shiny black, where the rest of it was a gun black. It wasn't shiny. This is the only shiny part. The whole thing was black except for the wings. The wings were clear, and it had 4 wings. The wings could swivel. The wings could move back and forth individually. They could pitch in any angle. The thing was a great flyer. It could fly in place. It could fly, change direction in an instant. It could fly fast. It could fly slow. It could stop in midair when it was going fast, and it could land on things very quickly. So it was just unbelievable. This is the actual size of the insect, except for the wings. They came out too small because they ran out of room. Where this pack of cigarettes is up here, think of the wings reaching out to the pack of cigarettes right there at the top. So give them another inch or so, maybe 2, and that's how long the wings were. And there was 4 of them, 2 up front, 2 in the back, and in tandem position. So inside the wing, it had these corpuscular structures that were also the same color, like avocado bland green, and it looked like plastic, this whole part. These were also the same color, and they were the structure that made their wings firm. The rest of the wing was clear, but not totally clear, almost like pressed glass. I don't know how else to explain it, so that you couldn't see exactly right through them, but you could see light or dark right through it. So when they put the wings on the body, the wings appeared black because of the black body, because it could fold them against the body in flight even, because it didn't always use the wings to fly. It would use them and then fold them back, and it would just shoot off. I don't know how it was doing that. But anyways, I drew another diagram to show what it looks like in flight. And so basically this is what it looks like, and that's about the size, the sheet of paper, okay, 8 by 11. And when those wings spread out, it looks huge. And this was in the house. It came in after me, after I destroyed the 2 nests that it had. And one of the nests was right above the window where I was filming at my mom's place, the 18-story condo. And this is unusual for a wasp to have a nest that high. What else? Did I forget anything? Let me see. Okay, I'm going to go in close. I labeled some of these things, so I'll just loosen up the camera so I can okay, now the thing with the abdomen and this part right here was that this could bend either up or down or sideways. In any 360 it could bend. So this part here that was the stinger, this part over here, could reach out like a scorpion. It could hit things in front of it, on the side of it, anywhere. It had a big radius, 360, where it could whip that stinger around just like a whip. And when I had it pinned against the wall with a can of bug spray that I was using, and I used a whole lot of cans of bug spray, I couldn't kill it. That's why I eventually smashed it with a hammer. I just couldn't kill it. So this stinger over here could whip around because this is flexible here, this hose, and it can bring the whole abdomen around anywhere, 360, and stab at things. And it doesn't lose the stinger when it stabs. It holds on to that stinger and can stab over and over. And this part here in the abdomen looked like it could contain a lot of poison. This is its center of balance right here, this black bead part. And this is what gives it stability because it has a center of gravity. These things here in the wings were almost like joints that could rotate. I don't know how else to explain them, and they looked like they were made in a factory, but the thing was having offspring, so I never saw anything like it. If it wasn't made on this planet, then it's not from this planet, it came from somewhere else. But regardless where it came from, the thing was really dangerous. I tried to kill it with a broom, smashing it against the wall, and it had no effect whatsoever. Finally, when I crushed this part with the hammer here, the torso or the thorax, I had to hit it a whole bunch of times, and it cracked like if you ever took a full beer bottle and smashed it against rocks. That was the sound that it made. That's all. It was glass-like sound. So this was very tough. This part right here. So was this. This was the same material as the front part. Okay, so the body was made out of very tough material, and this was very elastic. This tube here, the hose-like thing, and this bead gave it the center of gravity. So it had the same weight up front as in the back. It was very well balanced, and that's why it could fly so well. It can also fly so well because the wings could swivel anywhere in any direction, and they can it could do that in flight. And the wings would beat so fast in flight you couldn't even see them. So I'm gonna try to zoom in over here some of the things I wrote. Can't get focus. Okay. Okay. Also, the antenna that it had could move. It could move them all over, and they didn't have to be back around like that. It could straighten them out, fold them the other way, but normally they were in that position, back like that. That's its normal position, but it could control the antenna and direct them in any direction and put them into any configuration, straighten them out or fold them around back like that. And the legs had claws. I don't know if I can, it's too close. Okay, it had claws on the legs, and it had little needles like sticking out of the legs, so you couldn't very well grab it. The whole thing was really hard to handle, and I didn't try to grab it with my hands because I had no gloves on or anything at the time that it was attacking me. It kept going right for the back of my head, and no matter what, it went for the back of my neck and head, and it would go so fast, switch positions in the, this is in a bedroom, this was happening, and it would switch positions so fast around the room that before you knew it, it was in back of you. It was very hard to keep track of, and it never collided with the wall. The only thing it did was stop and almost like stick on a wall, and then look around. It could move its head and look around, and then would fly somewhere else, to another wall, to the ceiling, to the floor. It would move all over the place. It was landing on furniture and everything. Over here by the head, I'm going to go closer to explain one more thing. It had a collar right here. You couldn't see the neck where it's the head is separated from the body. So it had like a collar and a plate. So it wasn't susceptible to anything cutting its head off because it was protected. The whole thing looked like an armored vehicle. And that's what I found the most strange about it. It looked like an armored vehicle, but a flying armored vehicle. And yet, it was alive, it had a nest, and it had lots of little grub-like offspring. And I tried to kill them first by stepping on them. That didn't work out. They would stretch out like long worms, and you just couldn't crush them. I tried spraying them, they wouldn't die. I tried bleach, I don't know, 2-3 different kinds of bug spray. I even had to go to the store to get more bug spray. I used tons of spray and bleach and everything possible. They had, one nest was in the floor of the balcony, and they had eaten away into the floor of the balcony, so I had to replace like a 2-foot by 1-foot section of the balcony, and then I re-cemented it after reinforcing it and clearing it out, and then I re-cemented the whole thing and then re-tiled the entire balcony with 1-inch thick tile, so that the things couldn't get through the cement and the tile in case they came back. And the other nest I sprayed with everything, and I even tried lighting it on fire at one point, but it didn't burn. So I finally pried it off with a crowbar from up on top of the window on the outside of the building. And then this is on the 18th story we're talking about at my mom's place. So there's the Wasp. It's totally black, pitch black. I just colored it in with the pencil because I wanted to show some of the features. And also the legs had the same kind of a deal. See this camera? I should have used something else. Okay, had the same kind of a deal as over here in the wings. It had joints that looked like they were factory made. And it had joints over here and then down at the bottom. Wherever the foot was able to fold, it had a round joint. So the whole thing looked like it was made in a factory, yet it was having young. And having a nest and making a home right at my home, or at my mom's home, I should say. So basically, that's that diagram. I'll bring it close again so that you can get a good look. Remember, the wings were longer. If you added another inch or two to the wings, that would make it the right size. So this is 8 by 11 sheet of paper, and that's the actual size of the insect. It flew really well. It had such control. I've never seen such control in flight. I've never seen such control on a wall, on a ceiling, on furniture, even on the floor or anywhere else it landed. It had control, whether it was airborne or mobile on the ground, or even standing on the ground. You couldn't peel it off or anything because of all those spikes it would dig in. So I'm going to take this off. Here's my other sketch. Okay, now the first bottom sketch is what it looks like in flight. Okay, so I'll get closer on that. Okay, so the only thing you can see in flight, and this is when it's flying fast, it's got the wings back like that, and you can't really see them very well. And it's very streamlined like a bullet, and these legs usually hang down. The rest are folded against the body like that, and the stinger always sticks out a little bit. It can put it back, but no, I saw it sticking out, but I've seen it also pull it in a few times. But most of the time the stinger was out, at least partially. Only when it was stinging it would come out really long, down to like about here. Okay, so these legs and claws would hang normally, but it also could put him back just like the other two set of legs. So it was really streamlined in flight, and it could go very fast. And here is the wishbone, the way it looks when the thing is in flight. Okay, that's in fast flight. Okay, on the ground, above it, I have it on the ground. So figure this line here being the ground. That's what it looks like. It keeps the wings in a 45-degree angle. It can move them up or down, and it can move them closer or farther apart together. Okay, and the legs look like this in this position. Okay, almost like a T, and then another T. But these claws, sometimes they're down if it's holding on. Normally when it walks, it retracts them, and the claws, I'll draw that right now, the claws are pulled up like that in this position, so that they're not touching the surface, and only this part of the leg here is touching the surface. That's when it's mobile along the ground and walking around. Okay, it didn't do very much walking around. It mostly flies, but it can walk very well. It has no problems. So the stinger that it has, I'm gonna go back here to this one. The stinger that it has reminds me of the stinger that I saw on a picture of a Egyptian pharaoh and his consort, and they have these stingers in the back of their neck or head, right where the head meets the neck, and I think it's these things, and that's how I think if it stings you in the back of the head, I think that's how they control people. So I never got stung by this thing, thank God. Okay, but that stinger looks very much like the one I saw in a picture of the pharaoh and his consort, and they have these stingers in the back of their head. It's not a scorpion stinger, it's these things. And remember, in old Samaria, they always pictured beings always above everyone else, and they had wings. Although they gave them human faces, these things are very intelligent, and I don't know if they can control minds and make you believe that they look human or whatever, but boy, they sure can fly. I want to show one more diagram that I made. Now these are childish looking diagrams because I just did it like in 5 minutes, all of them. Okay, this here looks is the view of it if it's above you and you're looking at it, or on an angle where it's higher than you. So basically you can just see the dot in the center, a little of a line for the wings. Sorry, this is upside down. You can see, let's see if you can see that very well. I'll adjust the camera. Okay, you can see the dot in the middle, the wings just barely, they look like a line, and they're moving so fast up and down that it looks almost like a circle. I tried to draw like it looks like a circle, so it looks saucer shaped and round, and you can only see the basically a slight dot in the middle. The rest of it looks invisible. That's when it's flying. Okay, you have to be just the right light and just the right angle to see it. Like this in flight. Okay, like this bottom picture. You have to be just at the right angle and just have the right light to see what it really looks like in flight. Okay, but most of the time this is what you see. It looks like a little saucer. Okay, and the legs. Okay, so the camera cut off. I'm going to continue. So what I was saying is, like, you can only see the middle, you can barely see the wings as a line, and then you can see like rings around it that look like a saucer because the wings are clear. Okay, so it can vector those wings in any direction, on any angle. It's just amazing what this thing can do. I've never seen an insect do anything like I saw this thing do. So basically speaking, that's the wasp, and that's one thing I wanted to tell everyone about, because these things are dangerous. They look dangerous. I'm sure they are dangerous, and they're big insects, and I've seen really big insects like them, the same kind of a wasp, and I have some video where I caught its feet. That thing looked like it was over 10 feet long, and my video is called The Giant Wasp. I have some other videos, Super Mushmouth's Dimensions, 1, 2, and 3, I don't know in which one, but you can see the wasp flying off of this cone-like tower. It's like a parabolic dish tower, and you can see one fly off, and now that dish is about 300 feet in diameter, and if you look at the wasp flying right off it, you can see the size of it, how big it is. Another one of these showed up where I had the video of the black helicopter, and it goes right past the helicopter, but you can't see much of the structure. You can just see, like I told you, in here, just this part. And it looks huge next to the helicopter. So these are the things that I've been videotaping and seeing, aside from the hexahedron clusters. I don't know what connection there is between them and the hexahedron clusters, but I've never seen these wasps until I saw the hexahedron clusters. They all appeared at the same time. The other thing about the hexahedron clusters is, do not videotape them for any length of time through the viewfinder. Use the screen. because I have suffered some optic nerve damage in both eyes because I filmed them through the viewfinder for extended periods, and this can cause blindness. This is a serious warning. Don't take it lightly. So that's my video. I'm going to try and put this on, and Danny, this one's for you. So take care, everyone. Keep watching my channel. Everything on it is true. I've never lied. I've never made anything up. I've explained things as best as I could, and everything I saw. I didn't put anything there and try to make it up. So thank you, and have a nice day.